All right, man, we back. More Street Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Let's talk about the linebackers for the Lions. Are they really that bad, or was the system or the coaching staff didn't really put them guys in position? Check out the Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. But I don't really think they was that bad. I really think the system hurt them. Javai was playing a lot of positions. He was playing middle some days. Some days he was playing outside linebacker in the 4-3. Say some downs he was playing 3-4, rushing off the edge. Some games he was spying guys like Kyler Murray. So, Matt Patricia asked a lot of his linebackers. All right. And I think with a new system, I think putting them guys in the position what they do strong. And I think that's what Matt Patricia didn't do well leaving New England. Belichick was able to get the most out of his guys by putting them in a position of strength. Whatever they did well, Belichick put them there. He didn't ask them to do nothing that they was weak at doing. Okay, and sometimes he probably didn't even develop, their weaknesses and try to, make it better. But I think that the linebacker crew is getting a bad rap because of the demands that Matt Patricia was asking them to do. Can't nobody cover somebody man to man or play zone without pass rush. You can't get these dudes' imaginations going without, blitzing them and doing some things off the edge or blitzing them through the A gap or whatever. And I think Matt Patricia misused them. And I don't think they're as bad as they look. I think Tavai is good, thumping and filling holes in the run game. And I think his coverage got improved. But then again, can you ask Tavai to cover a running back or a tight end without a pass rush? No. Jared Davis, he been through two regimes. I think he was with Terrell Austin and them, maybe like the end. But he ain't really never developed. He's a fast guy that can't tackle, can't cover. I mean, maybe not him so much. And then Jamie Collins. He didn't have a bad year last year, but at the same time, the year before, I think wherever he was at, the year before, he had multiple sacks from New England. So maybe they should have been putting him in a position more of coming off the edge, but he was their best cover linebacker. And that's also the problem. So couldn't really use him off the edge, but I would love to see what Aaron Glenn do and what Dan Quinn do with the linebacker. Where everybody's saying Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons don't feel a need. From the standpoint, from what they need to do. They need somebody to come in and solidify the middle. That's what they need. Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner. They need somebody to solidify the middle who can cover backs, cover tight ends, who can cover in the hook zones, who can come down and go sideline to sideline and make tackles and fill the hole. They need a good middle linebacker. Michael Parsons doesn't fit that. Because at the end of the day, you could plug Collins and Tavai at outside linebacker positions and be all right. They need somebody to come in and solidify the middle. And that's been a problem for years. From Justin Durant to a lot of these other guys they had to play, they need somebody to solidify the middle of the linebacker core. That's what they need. They need somebody that can really get a sideline to sideline and get point A to point B and really be able to cover in zone. They need that kid that look like from Tulsa. They need somebody that can really cover. Eric Kendricks. They need somebody like that. Fred Warner. Everybody talking about Michael Parsons. He's an edge rusher. You forget you got Julian Nakor coming back who can play the edge as well. You need somebody that can play middle. If you can find somebody that can play middle right away, or you can groom them to play middle, the Lions gonna be better off for it. They're gonna be a lot better off for it because then we can put Tavai on the outside. So now he ain't gotta be playing middle. They need somebody to replace Jared Davis. That way, Jamie Collins can play the outside. Jamie Collins could put his hand in the dirt if they're in nickel or dime. If they're in nickel, he can put his hand in the dirt. In nickel, he can cover. In nickel, you can put his hand in the dirt. Tavai can play outside. That's what you need. These guys have been misused. Javai had people talking about how bad he is, but he had a great game versus Arizona, helping contain Kyler Murray. Maybe that's the position he should be in. Aspire outside linebacker. But to be honest, they need somebody in the middle that can solidify them. And the kid from Tulsa looking like the real deal from that aspect. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. If you need a linebacker, it's the middle. Because you got outside linebackers that can help you in 3-4 or 4-3. You got Julian coming back. People forget about Julian Okora. You know, people forget about Julian Okora, but he there. He coming back. You know, you need to solidify the middle. You need to solidify the middle. I'm gonna keep saying it. They ain't had a great middle linebacker in quite some time. I think Levy might have played middle right before he left. I could be wrong. You know, you need an inside linebacker. You know, what's his name? Zaven Collins. You know, need somebody like him. You got the dude from Alabama, Dylan Moses. You need somebody that could be athletic, but still kind of be like Ray Lewis, Brian Urlacher. You know, you need somebody that could really, really come in. They can find that middle linebacker. You ain't got to worry about that. You ain't got to worry about no issues. You worry about, Collins playing the outside, Tavai playing the outside. He'd be all right. And then also, when you talk about the linebacker core, the defensive line got to help out. Without a good defensive line, Ray Lewis couldn't have been what he was. Derrick Brooks couldn't have been what he was. That's what you need. You know, you need somebody who can help, who click. And that's what I say. A lot of people don't understand, man. They're talking about you need a linebacker without a good defensive line. Without a good defensive line, you can't have good linebacker play. You got to keep them linebackers clean. And that's a real problem. You got to keep them linebackers clean. So in theory, everybody was saying cornerback. Anybody that's screaming linebacker, cornerback in the number 7 pick or the number 3 pick last year, they don't know football. The Lions have to solidify the middle of that defense. So if they can find a Sue, if they can find a Sean Rogers or 2 of those guys, cool. And I would go out there and get Leonard Williams and find another guy that can help Leonard Williams down there. I will make Panisi, Deshaun Hand my backups. I'm not worried about the edge. They're not trying to win, right? I'm not worried about the edge. If I can solidify my defensive tackles this year through free agency and the draft, that's my big thing. I'm not worried about linebacker. I'll solidify them. Let's say they cut Trey Flowers. They keep Romeo. Cool. You can put Romeo, Julian Okora out there at the edges and let you see what happened when you can coach these linebackers up. But you can take a linebacker the 2nd, 3rd, 4th. You can move back and take one and acquire draft picks. But people got to understand the complexity of football. You have to build the defensive line in order for the linebackers and the defensive backs to have success. Same thing with offense. This ain't Madden. You got to solidify the offensive line. And the Lions have done that. Only thing I would change about the Lions defensive line, when I would draft me a road grader at right tackle, I would be looking late 1st, 2nd, 3rd round. I would look for a great, strong run blocking right tackle. I'll bring Crosby to the back. Other than that, y'all love Taylor Decker. Okay. You got Jonah Jackson. You got a center and the best center in football, I think, Frank Ragnar. You got Big V at right guard. Don't forget, you got Logan Stenberg that's developing behind them. You got Terrell Crosby backing up the right. I would take a right tackle. But right now, we stay at number 7. It's about scoring touchdowns or sacking quarterbacks or protecting the quarterback, not a linebacker. And if I'm at 7 and I can't take a quarterback, I'm taking Devontae Smith and I'm not looking back if he's there. Set up and down. And that's how you do it. But the linebackers, you gotta solidify the front, and that's important for them to go ahead and solidify them 2 defensive tackle positions, and don't look back. So if I would sign Leonard Williams in free agency, and I would look for a defensive tackle at some point in this draft. If I'm top 7 in the 2nd round, I can move up and get a defensive tackle. Somebody probably gonna fall to you. It's talent everywhere, but let's see how the linebacker. I'm not bringing Michael Parsons in. Maybe a Jabril Cox. I think about it. I'm not bringing no fucking Michael Parsons in because he can't cover. He's an edge rusher. But not too many pass rushing moves from what I've seen. I move back and get a guy, the dude from Texas, Jabril Cox, or I would sit there and take the receiver or the quarterback or running back. The quarterback. I love Zach Wilson. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All my social media links, description. Faster to reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. All the links there. You want to make a donation, Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate, share the video. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, right here on YouTube for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time Mercy Sports Talk. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Best way to donate, share the video. We go.